Good morning, everyone. I'm usually doing my funny tips on Twitch, but I thought this week I'll do it on YouTube. I may do some on YouTube if I don't feel like doing it on Twitch. The first game for this week is the 28th of March, tonight, Thursday, the 28th of March at 7:05 p.m. is the Brisbane Broncos versus the Dragons. The Broncos are brown, white, and yellow. Dragons are red and white. For this game, I went Broncos because they're at home, and Dragons haven't been faring so well this week. Last few weeks. The next game is Friday, 29th of March. The first game is at 5 p.m. is Canberra Raiders versus Newcastle Knights. Well, the Newcastle Knights were very unlucky last week against Penrith. They only go down by 2 points. And the Raiders, what can I say? They were against Melbourne Storm last week. They lost. But in this game, Raiders are green and white, and Knights are red, white, and blue. I went for the Raiders at home. The next game is, oh boy, the Parramatta Eels versus my Roosters. The Parramatta Eels are white, blue, and yellow, and Roosters are red, white, and blue. Well, Parramatta surprisingly has defied odds and actually won 2 games. Yeah, they won against Bulldogs last week and Penrith the week before. And I can't go against my Roosters. Yeah, I'm gonna root for the win, but I'm telling you, this could be a close game because Blake Ferguson, who used to play for the Roosters, has gone over the Parramatta this year. So, let's see how this goes. And starting with the first of 3 games on Saturday, the 30th of March at 2 p.m. is Manly versus the Warriors. I was debating on this game up and down. First I went Manly, then I went the Warriors, and then I went back to Manly. Well, because Manly almost had a comeback against the Roosters last week, so I went Manly at home against the Warriors. So Manly are a brown and white colour, and Warriors are basically black and white. Sometimes they might wear blue and green and other little colours in between. Next game's at 4:30 p.m. and that's the not Queensland Cowboys, the red, white, and blue. They're not red, white, and blue. Pardon me, they're white and yellow and blue, and the Sharks are white and blue. I made a mistake on my thing. Okay, I just wrote something different there. I realised I didn't pick the Sharks, I picked the Cowboys to win at home. Yeah, well, they were pretty unlucky as the Broncos, even though I didn't pick the Broncos last week. I think Cowboys should do it at home against the Sharks, but anything can happen. That goes at 6:35. We got 2 more games this week. It's that'll be, I forgot to write the date. Oh no, one more game. Sorry, got one more game on Saturday, which is Penrith Panthers, which are black and white and blue and green and red. I know they have those type of colour. And Storm are white and yellow and purple. I went to Storm because I think they could win this week over Penrith. But you never know. Penrith did beat Newcastle last week. And the last 2 games on Sunday 31st of March, starting at I think it was, I forgot to write the time, but the first game is the West Tigers versus the Bulldogs. What can I say? Tigers are flying high. Oh, black, white, and orange are the Tigers, blue and white are the Bulldogs. Before I give you my prediction, I'd like to have a big shout out to a guy who follows the Bulldog by the name of Mr. Luke Sport. Check his channel out at Mr. Luke Sport. No, I'm sorry about this, Luke. I know you're disappointed, but it looks like it could be a Bulldogs wooden spoons, but if they manage to fight back, maybe they might not get the wooden spoon. But for this game, I went for the Tigers to beat the Bulldogs. And the last game at 5:10 is the South Sydney Rabbitohs versus the Gold Coast Tide. What can I say? South Sydney are doing pretty well, and Tigers not so well at the moment, but you never know, they might win their first game. But this game I went South Sydney to beat Tide. Oh, I forgot to tell you how many I got out of 8 last week. I got 7 last week. Because the other game I missed was Newcastle to beat Penrith, which Penrith won. But I'll be back for more NRL tips next week, whether it be on Twitch or YouTube. I will see you then. Bye now.